Hi guys, this is the part 2 of Heart Signal Season 4, Episode 11 recap and review. Yisu is the true definition of catfish y'all. She and Huxin brought their A-game to this house and shattered 2 love line possibilities for Mingyu. But I'm a little worried that Mingyu might switch up on her, and I will explain why I think so by the end of this video. First, let's analyze the date. The group date with Jiwon, Yisu and Jiyoung started with their walk under the cherry blossoms. The two ladies Yisu and Jiyoung held hands while taking a walk. It felt like a silent acknowledgement of each other's feelings, like they're both aware of their rivalry but have resolved to a fair competition. You know what I mean, like may the best woman win type of thing, with no hard feelings. I believe Yisu told Jiyoung about Mingyu's feelings for her for 2 reasons. First, she wants to affirm to herself that Mingyu genuinely likes her above others. Secondly, Yisu and Jiyoung made a pact to help each other win their crush's hearts. By sharing this with Jiyoung, she can get a good intel on how Mingyu really feels, but sadly, Jiyoung has no clue. However, she asks him about his date with JM, and Jiyoung said JM was his type in the past, but he rejected her because he wasn't really feeling her and things are different for him now. Then Yisu asked, could it be because your feelings for Jiyoung are stronger? He said he wasn't sure. As we all know, Yisu is a very intelligent lady. She already knows that Jiyoung's feelings are fully for Mingyu. But Jiyoung is unaware, so I believe she decided right then to help her brother out to get closure from Jiyoung when the opportunity arises. When they arrived at the restaurant, Jiwon asked if anyone had made their decisions. Everyone was quiet. Yisu saw this as a chance to help her brother Jiyoung out and changed the question. She suggested asking if anyone was 85% decided. Jiwon and Jiyoung thought it was too high, so she adjusted it to 70%. Jiwon and Jiyoung said they were both at 70%, then, Jiwon told Yisu he was curious to know if Yisu was at 85%. Obviously, Jiyoung wouldn't want to hear that. It's so funny when she immediately said, let's have her keep that to herself. But Yisu, who is ever ready to devour, used that time right and spat it out. Yes, I'm at 85%. This confession, as expected, shook Jiyoung. There are 2 things Yisu was trying to achieve by answering that question. The first thing is to bait Jiyoung into finally expressing her feelings, so that Jiyoung can get a clearer picture. Second reason is to mark her territory with Mingyu. She knows for sure that Mingyu hasn't decided on her yet, and she knows he can change any time depending on who gives him the best vibes or energy. And I don't blame Mingyu for this, y'all. I do not see Mingyu as a player, but rather someone who analyzes situations critically before making decisions. He takes time to weigh all the options, not wanting to hurt anyone, but in trying to please everyone, he ends up hurting many people. His thoughtful nature was evident from the beginning. Do you all remember in episode 1, when Mingyu entered the house, he took his coat off and placed it on the floor. Then, he hid it behind the stool. To decide where to place his coat took him a while. How much more deciding on whom to date when being confronted with 2 great options at the same time, in the same space. So, with that being said, Yisu is like a girlfriend who understands that her boyfriend needs to be closely marked or checked in order to gear him towards the right direction. So that is what she is doing with Mingyu. Also, her timing with Mingyu was perfect because she invaded Mingyu's heart at his lowest moment, which gave her more of an advantage over the other ladies. But, Mingyu's romantic interest for Jiyoung is more intense. This is why she is on guard when it comes to Jiyoung, so part of the plan is to let Jiyoung know. Just like saying, hey girl, I know your physical attraction with each other is high, but he has said things to me that makes me certain he is mine. If she was really certain and sure, she wouldn't need to say anything about Mingyu's words or actions. She appears confident in her relationship with Mingyu, but deep down, she really isn't. I believe she said those things to shake Jiyoung up, first to have her confess her feelings to give Jiyoung some closure, and second, to discourage Jiyoung from pursuing Mingyu. You know what I mean, right? When a woman is telling another woman indirectly, like that guy is mine, she's indirectly telling the other woman to stop wasting her time and back off. I don't think this was a bad thing, because it's a game of survival and as I said earlier, may the best woman win, right? Anyway, me hearing her say that she found Mingyu cute when he wanted to reject her had my head rolling at 360 degrees lol. It's so funny how she perceived his "we're done" as something positive even though this happened after he went on a heart-fluttering date with Jiyoung. Two possible reasons for this could be either we missed something due to editing, or she was playing mind tricks on Jiyoung, which absolutely worked. She's not just a catfish y'all, she is a shark with her tactics. Jiyoung took the bait and Jayore's eyes cleared up fast. Have you ever been slapped in the face because you were misbehaving while drunk? Not like I've experienced it lol. My wild imagination is just gearing me to use this example. Yeah, that was how it felt to Jayori. When he heard Jiyoung saying she was at 70% of her feelings and the main character in her story was not him. My guy was dazed, he was seeing stars y'all. He felt blindsided by her, as if she's been leading them on. I have to give it to Jiyoung, she managed this situation really well. She was under a lot of pressure because all the men wanted her, she couldn't reject them directly because of the rules of the show and she clearly hinted Jayori on various occasions. Jayori, however, believed he had succeeded in changing her mind. I will cite an example for the purpose of those who may have forgotten. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much, but I told you guys I had a lot to say, which was why I divided this episode into two parts, so here it goes.
됐어. 민규 오빠한테도 했던 말인데 평면적이어 보이던 사람이 입체적으로 보이더라.
되게 약간 어떤 호감도 생겨.
어떤 호감도 생기는 게 맞는 것 같아, 당연히.
This was one of the times she made it extremely clear she was interested in Mingyu. However, I also do not blame Jayori for feeling blindsided because after she said that she's developed interest in Mingyu, he said this.
내 생각이야? 내 생각에는 어떤 호감도 생긴다고 했잖아. 가는지 지켜도 보고 또 다른 사람이랑도 데이트를 해보고 또 마음을 하나씩.
He thought he will change her mind to fall for him and he actively made moves that he thought were working. Sadly, he didn't catch the cue from the truth or drink night when she said she wanted to go out with just one person and she went out with Mingyu. Yet again, you can't blame him because he was elated when Jiyoung got back, and said that the date was really bad, so he needed clarity as to why she had to go on another date with Mingyu and she told him her reasons, which cleared him of all the illusions he had about their relationship. All I am saying is I understand both parties' feelings. If you have to blame Jayori for anything, blame his inexperience and his stubborn resolve of not giving up on her no matter what. He was willing to fight for her till the end, he said that himself. Let's give sis Yisu a round of applause for delivering our brother Jayori from his situation. I also appreciate Jayori apologizing to Jiyoung, but I do not understand what her stare was about. Our delusional brother might misunderstand again and think she was reconsidering him lol. The shocking twist for me was after all said and done, Ji-won was still pursuing Jiyoung. I really can't laugh anymore. Bro. What are you doing? She told you she was 70% decided, bro. Anyways, they both went on a date. During their date, we got to understand Ji-won's personality a little bit better. When they got back home, they both sat on the couch. I guess Ji-won was trying to have his own Telemundo telenovela scenes with her, just like Mingyu did. But it didn't connect. Yep, it wasn't the same. If Mingyu was sensible enough to respect Jimin and give her some space to find her feelings with others, I don't understand why Ji-won cannot do the same, because it's quite obvious that she isn't into younger men. In the beginning of the video, I mentioned Mingyu possibly switching up on Yisu. Here's why. Her strong qualities may be seen as burdensome by him. If Mingyu feels he can't keep up, he might choose Jiyoung, and this is assuming Jimin continues rejecting him. We'll have to wait and see how things unfold. So guys, those are my thoughts for this episode. Please hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Also, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Bye.